my child is missing. Her name is Amahle. She went missing on the 6th of April, 2019. And the street that they walk in, it was having bottles, broken bottles, so she can't walk there. So now I'm free to do anything because I want closure. I really want closure, but I still feel good she is alive. She's out there.
Welcome to the Safe Space Chats podcast with Madam Speaker. My name is Disappearance, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self-Love. If you're joining for the first time, welcome to the family of healing, self-love, and motivation. And if you're returning, thank you so much for the continuous love and support that you are showing us. If you want to come through as a guest on our podcast, you're more than welcome to hit us up on the number that is appearing on the screen so that you can come and share a story with us, whether it's a testimony or maybe you need some help of some sort, you're more than welcome to do that. And also, if you want to come through to record your episode right here at number 7 Cedric Road in Isandovale, you're more than welcome to actually hit up the number that you are seeing on the screen right now. This is the home of creatives, so if you want anything whatsoever, this is your home. With that being said, thank you so much. We're going to go straight into the episode of today. We have a guest next to us as usual on the Safe Space Chats podcast. My darling, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Can you just pull the mic closer to you so that the people at home can hear you properly? Please tell us your name and where you're coming from.
My name is Nokulunga Wagankosi. I come from Itsakane, Ekuruleni. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us today. And I know there's someone there at the back, and she said she doesn't want to be part of, but a big shout out to her because she's been saying what she actually organized for you to be here with us today. And I just thought, I don't even want to waste your time. We're just going to go straight into the reason why your friend actually reached out to us so that you can share your story with us today.
Yeah. So, my story is that my child is missing. Her name is Amahle. She went missing on the 6th of April, 2019. So it was just a Saturday, normal Saturday. And she asked me, "Good time, Mama, can I go play?" Because it was a bit cold that day. So she asked me, "Can I go?" Then I said, "No, it's fine. You can go, but you must wear your jersey and your boots because it's cold." So she went to play outside.
And how old was she doing?
She was 8 years at that time. So she went outside to play with her friends. So I normally check on her when they play. So I think it's around about 11, I wanted her to come to have lunch.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I went to look for her where she was playing, I heard that she went with another man. Yeah. They said, "No, uhambe nomunye ubhuti." So when I asked the children that were playing with, they said, "No, asimazi nathi besiqala ukumbona ubhuti lo ohambe naye." So mabasho kanjalo, I was like, my child is a shy child. She can't just go noma ubani because abantu yabasaba. So kwafika kimi ukuthi enteni no man abantwana bakhuluma amanga. Amahle angeke ayenzele into leyo. Then I went to the house when they were playing. I asked the twins, they were twins there. They said, "Where is Amahle?" They told me the same story. But someone came and took her away. So when I asked them, "Can you recognize the person?" They said, "No, we don't know the person. It's our first time seeing that guy there." So mangibabuza ukuthi maybe maningasho ukuthi beseka ubaba or ubhuti or usase umfana. Then they said, Mabam described, I was like, maybe he he was in his 30s. Mabam describe upon.
Yeah.
Then after that, we start looking for her. Yeah, because they show us where they went with that guy. So we started going to that street and they see bigger corner. So ukobona like he so qala manje inhliziyo yakhe ishayela phezulu ukuthi what's happening?
Yeah.
Umntwana wonke umuntu uthi uhambe nomuntu. So masifika kuleso strati bahambe nathi bathi thina sifike saphelela la. Yabona.
So wait, the kids who are saying that, did they try to follow the guy? Okay.
Yes, they said we tried to follow this guy. Then this guy said to them, no, we'll bring her to her mother. I will bring her to her mother later.
So this guy actually called her by name?
No,
okay.
no. He didn't call her by name.
Okay.
So then the children said, no, when we arrived here, he just said to us, no, go back. I will bring her to her mother later. So I was like, no, man, this story is not making any sense. And by that time, she was not wearing any shoes. And the street that they walk in, it was having bottles, broken bottles, so she can't walk there. So we start looking for her. Then I told the neighbors that, second intention, ukuthi bathi umntwana aphuma ama-neighbors aphume nempempe yazi ukuthi sekulahleka umntwana lana in. Then my brother said to me, for Solanka, the community isafuna Amahle, let's go to police station because Amahle usasumntwana yabona, so reporter ukuthi nangu umntwana asimtholi sekuphela 2 hours esimbheka asimtholi. Then we went to the police station. I think it was around 1:30 to 2 when we arrived at the hospital, at the police station. Then we did the story and we told them everything. Then the police came with us to look at that area where we live. So they look, and then they just went back to the police station. So as a community, we continued looking for her till it was 12 o'clock at night. When we went to the police station to ask for maybe helicopters to give us maybe light where we were looking because it was a damp place. So they just said, no, we have to write a letter first. Then those things happened. Then we were looking for Amahle alone as a community at that time. So when I started, it was around 1:30 Sunday morning. Then I started posting her picture and said, if anyone is seeing this child, please. So after that, I was not myself.
Yeah.
Starting to think those people, maybe they kidnapped her, maybe they want a ransom, but nothing like that happened. So after that, we continued looking for her, and there were stories that, no, we saw someone there, we saw maybe a person who was carrying children, maybe Amahle was part of that.
Yeah.
So we searched for her everywhere. So we didn't find her. After that, then the police that was handling the case first time came. Then we told him the story. He went to the twins. We took one twin. They didn't allow us to go with both twins. We took one and to the social worker that is going to ask her questions. So after that, we went to do campaigns for her. And on the 17th of April 2019, there was a big march for her to bring back Amahle. So what puzzled me is on the 18th of April, because wafika Mbali. Mbali is the second umama umntwana obusi-2. Ubaba Amahle nabantwana abayi-3.
Okay, so Amahle on your side
is the firstborn.
Is she the only child?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, she's
And then
the only child.
and then the father
there's
has got other.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Then on the 18th, Mbali wafika.
Okay.
And she said she's speaking with the people who has Amahle.
Mbali is the mother of the second born
Yes,
child of Amahle's father.
Yes.
Okay.
So we were all shocked
Mm.
because Facebook amanamba wamagcwele.
Mm-hmm.
How can they contact her
Yeah.
and say, we are talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
We know where Amahle is.
Mm.
You must come and fetch her.
Mm.
They don't talk to me. It's me. It's my child who's missing. It's not her child.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, these people are dangerous. We must not go with the police there. Ne? So because we know her, they took, and she only picked people who wanted to go with her. I wanted to go. I'm the mother.
Mm.
So I wanted to go. She said, no, these people, no, you cause a sin. So,
Okay.
yeah, these people are dangerous and everything. So let's go with these people I'm choosing.
Okay.
They went to Sasolburg.
Wait, amongst the people she chose, was the father there?
No, Amahle's father was in jail when Amahle was kidnapped.
Okay.
Yes.
So the people she's choosing, what is the selection criteria?
I didn't know because she just said, my father must go.
Okay.
My brother was there.
Okay.
And Amahle's aunt was there. And Amahle's uncle was there.
The aunt and the uncle from the father's side?
Yes.
Okay.
And on my family side was my father and my brother.
Okay.
Then it was her.
Okay.
Yes. Then they went to Sasolburg to look for Amahle because she said they were going to take her out of a truck.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a truck that is taking children. So now Amahle, they're going to take Amahle out. So they must come and pick her up. So we waited and waited till the 19th. Around 2:30, they came back without Amahle. When we just seated on the 19th, we're still discussing about this thing that just happened. She came back with her sister now.
Wait, so when they came back, she didn't come back with them to you? They went
Yes.
separate ways? Yeah,
No, the family, Amahle and my family came back to us, but they just dropped her where she stays.
Okay.
Then they came back at home
Okay.
because they were always at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So after that, on the 19th, she came back with her sister now and told us that they're going to take Amahle to Pulusong, the hospital. So we must go there. They're going to just drop her there.
So wait, before we take, she claims that now
Yes.
she's at Pulusong.
Yes.
What did she say was the reason why they couldn't get her the first time they went?
Because these people, they called her and thought we were with the police.
Okay.
Yes. So now they're just going to drop her at Pulusong.
Okay.
So my cousins and everyone went to Pulusong at around 5 a.m. They went to Pulusong and search. Even the sisters helped to search, but there was no Amahle. Then she came back later and told us that now she gave us a little paper with a plate number. Yeah, and said, no, this is the ringleader of the people that are taking children. You must look for her. So her story didn't make sense. And we were worried because the police didn't entertain the story. Yeah, they said, no, she just wanted to help. But my problem is why they contacted her instead of me. Because her child is with her.
Yeah.
Mine is the one that is missing. So the police didn't even
Take her
understand.
in for, okay.
They didn't take her seriously. Because this story, even if you tell someone now, everyone is saying, what the hell is she up to? Because you can't just come and say this thing and take people there, but you don't know anything.
Yeah.
But the police said she doesn't know anything. So we leave that Mbali story. And I started to get sick around June. And I was admitted in Plainview Hospital. When I was admitted there, because she was pregnant, at that time, Mbali. When I was admitted there, I was so shocked to see her there. We were in the same ward, in the same room. But because the staff, the nurses knows my story. And when I told them that's the Mbali that I was talking about is here, why is she here? Then they separated us. They took her to another hospital. They said, no, she can't be here when you are here, and you were here first.
Yeah.
So after that, when I heard that she said she got miscarriage, that's why she was admitted there. There was nothing like, she didn't even know that I was there. So that one, maybe it's true, but because of the last thing she did to us,
she pulled a stunt.
That makes me see, no, this person is following me. Yeah. So after that, it doesn't, every year I go to hospital because of this. Every 6th of April, they admit me because I'm not myself on that day. So the police, when they searched, they said, no, there's nothing we find. If we have something, we must tell them. Then they'll go look. But if we tell them something, they are not following that thing.
Yeah, because I mean, the whole Mbali thing is a big
It's
lead.
a big lead.
Yes.
But they didn't do anything about that. So now everything is out there, but nothing is happening. People are coming to help. But, people will say, I'm here to help. Ne? Then they will take your story. Then after that, they disappear. They don't even tell you, we have tried, nothing, but they just disappear. You don't know what's happening. So every time, everyone at home is not okay. Yeah, everyone, even the children are not okay. Yeah, are not okay. So, like, for me to have friends like her, it means a lot to know that I am not alone in this. So. Oh. So every time I see maybe a story on television, he said, no, this child has been found dead. Sometimes I think to myself, maybe if I can find her like that, I will know where she is. But now, because I don't know where she is, I can't sleep. I don't even eat well because I don't know where she is. She is eating or they are treating her right the way I used to treat her. So now it's sad. That's why my friend decided to do this, because they just closed the case. And they just sent me an SMS. They didn't come and say, no, we are closing the case because of this and this and this.
Yeah.
They just sent me an SMS and said, this case is closed. So just imagine how we will feel if just something like that happened. Good. How the case is closed, but you don't explaining why the case is closed. So because at first they told me that maybe the father took her and everything, but the father is no more. Yeah, he's no more. He passed away. So now I don't know. They just closed the case. So that's why my friend is trying to help.
Sure, Sissy. I'm so sorry. I don't even have any idea of how you feel or what you're going through. So when the people that, because you said that there are people who try to come,
Yes,
but they don't help.
Yeah.
What is it that they say, or what is it that they do when they want to try and help you?
They'll be asking the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. When last did you see her? When last? What happened? But when you tell them about the Mbali story, they say, no, there's something. After that, they just keep quiet. Yeah,
So the type of people who have been trying to help, but they end up not helping, is it like police or is it people like
there are
us who are
people
in the
that
media?
are PIs. Yeah, they did come and say they are trying to help.
Okay.
So, yeah. So it was just them coming to help, but nothing is happening.
Okay, I think maybe what I'm going to ask now, I probably have an idea of what you're going to answer, but I want to hear it from you, Hore. What do you think should be done today? What is the thing that you desire to see happening today from here? Based on all of this information and everything that you've been through over the years.
There's so many things and it's to be done. Like now, as my friend is helping me, we did it's a GoFundMe like page. Yeah, so we can get a PI for ourselves, the one we're going to choose for ourselves.
Okay.
We'll see, this one, we trust it, and we're going to pay this person because maybe the previous ones, because we never paid them. So, yeah, this one, we're going to pay it, and we wanted to open an NGO.
Okay.
That was the thing that I have. Maybe let me open an NGO to help other people who in my situation. Because maybe there are so many people, but others, their stories are not heard. Yeah. So we want us to be heard. Our children are missing, but there's nothing is done in South Africa. Yeah. So we want that, and we want to open maybe a Facebook page for only this purpose. Yeah. So that it can help many people. Yeah. Out there, you could see, no, there are people who are willing to help out there. Yeah, it's not just ukuthi nje emovelele yinto phelela lapho nje thule ukuthi do. So now as we are doing that, we hope ukuthi sizohelp abantu abaningi. And I think ukuthi my story abantu abaningi bayasazi ne, but they never know ukuthi ubani umama umntwana. I think it's the first time they will say, oh, that's
because they've
the
been seeing
mother.
the picture.
They've been
all
seeing.
over.
They don't know me. They only know my child. They don't know the mother. So my friend was saying, just be out there and talk. Ukuthi, this is happening, and we want help. Yabon. So that's why we want to open all those things to make sure ukuthi nabanye abomama bayasizeka.
Yeah.
Ukuthi sihlangane vele abantu abavelele the same thing. Yeah. Kube nje ne-organization nje eyenzakalayo ukuthi no siyazi ukuthi masiya kuleya NGO leya yaka Amahle, we're gonna get help. Yeah. So this is the thing.
And also when it comes to, I'm so heartbroken because they are not the first person actually to come to our platform and share a story of a missing child. And like literally you telling the story, it feels like a repetition of the same thing, but why does it have to be this way? It doesn't have to be this way. There are many stories we can share, a repeat of the same stories about heartbreaks and everything, but not about a missing child. And in your case, I think what hurts me even more is the fact that the case was closed even when there is a lead. So wouldn't you want to see maybe a case being reopened and more investigation being done? And also, have you ever been in a position where you confronted this Mbali lady?
No, I didn't want to see her. Yeah, because I don't know what I would do because I'm so angry.
Yeah.
I am angry. So I've never confronted her about this thing.
But she's out there living her best life?
Yes, she is. But me, I'm the one that they are telling, you must not live here because your child is missing. But the one that is having information, it can go anywhere she wants to go.
What do you mean you must not live?
Like they said, I must not, when I want to go somewhere, I must tell them that I'm going somewhere. Me, I come from Mpumalanga. Yeah, we don't have family here.
Okay.
Our family is in Mpumalanga. If I want to go to Mpumalanga, I must inform them, now I want to go.
Inform who? The police?
Yes, now I want to go. And the thing is, they search only my family. They even went to Mpumalanga, where I come from, and search everyone there. But even now, if I want to go, I have to tell them that I want to go. But now, since the case is closed, I'm like, I can't tell them anything because they closed the case. So that's why my friend took this step and said, no, I'm sure the case is closed. Let's find help anywhere now.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure ekuqaleni bekunezinto engirestricted ukuthi ngazisho.
Okay.
Yabo, because they bazothi hayi uzomosha investigation. So now I'm free to do anything because I want closure. I really want closure, but I still feel good. She is alive. She's out there.
Sure.
She is alive. But we need to bring her home.
Sure.
Because I miss her so much.
I can imagine. Sure. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for what you've been through. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. For those who maybe, because some of us don't have an idea of how it's like to have a child who is missing. During the times when you say every year there's a period where you are not okay, what actually happens on those times when you are not okay?
Oh. It's like my whole body is having needles. Yeah, even the head. Like you feel like there are worms in the head that are just running. You need to just to calm down. And
Yeah.
so because at home they don't know what to do when it's happening. So that's why the doctor always booked me at that time. Yeah, and say, no, you must be here. Because we know sometimes when that thing happens, I can injure anyone because I get aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get aggressive when these things happen.
So what does the doctor say is happening to you during that time?
It's the shock. Okay. Yeah, the shock is coming back because now I even have a panic attack. Yeah, when I see something like similar to mine, I start to breathe in a very
Unusual way.
So yeah, like I was like, what is happening in South Africa? Yeah, because like everyone, we don't find justice. Yeah, it's always like blaming the mother. Yeah, the mother knows where the child is. The mother knows. This can't be. Even in my story, they like say it can't be. We look for Amahle everywhere, but there are no leads. It means you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I ignore some of the things. I don't do social media that much because of other ways. When you see a post about your child, someone is saying negative thing about that because you are not in my shoes. Yeah. So you have to say anything you want. How do you think I feel when I see this thing? You see, because that's when other people commit suicide. Like me, I tried a lot.
Sure.
I've tried to commit suicide a lot. Even if I was in hospital, I tried to do something just to take my life because I was like, what am I living for? The person I'm living for is no more. Yeah. So I just thank God that I can go to a hospital that can help me. Yeah. Help me.
This has really changed your life.
Yeah.
It has made a turn that...
Yeah. If I didn't have that medical aid to go to that hospital, maybe I would be dead by now. Yeah, because the time I was admitted, they told me that we thought you were gone. So, but I'm here today
Yeah.
by the grace of God.
And when you think about how many more mothers out there have to go through what you're going through and don't even have medical aid or support.
Something. Yeah, the support. Like I have support kakhulu mina, but other friends will walk away when you are like in this situation. You will be left alone. But I thank God, mina, for my situation.
Yeah.
At least I still have friends that think, no, let's do this. She said, no, we can't let Amahle just disappear like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I thank God for her. I thank God ukuthi we were admit naye. Sathola nesibhedlela. So, ngoba nje ukuthi and then since then she's here with me. Yeah, so I'm really, really thankful.
Yeah, so you can really see that in
Yes.
other areas you are really blessed,
Yes.
and it can really be encouraging for you to not
Yes.
give up. And
Yeah.
imagine
She
if
is doing that.
imagine if you succeeded in taking your life, and the following day your child is found. And when she gets here, she finds that the mother
It's not more.
took her own life. Then what?
Yeah.
You see.
Yeah.
So I really just thank God that He has still preserved you and kept you, because I believe that He has kept you for a purpose.
Yeah.
Another thing that I just wanted to ask you is in terms of work, day-to-day work, because I know you have already said that this changed your life. You're no longer yourself anymore. But how are you able to even be productive?
I can say I thank God for the work I've got. Yeah, because they understand everything and they are with me in this situation. So, but now I'm doing only light duties. Yeah, I don't do machinery anymore. So I just do light duties. Yeah, they understand because the doctor told them, no, she must not carry those grinders anymore. Yeah, because you'll never know what happened.
Yeah.
Maybe I was up there cutting that steel. Then I'm thinking the grinder would just... So I'm just doing light duty jobs now. Yeah.
No, a big shout out to your employer if
Yeah.
they're really giving you that much support,
They do.
because nobody asked for a situation like this to happen to them. And another thing that I wanted to ask was, how has this thing affected you in a sense of maybe having other kids and all that? Because I remember even with my previous guest that had a similar situation to yours, she only had one child, and even after the child has been missing for so long, she's not been able to get herself to... How's your fear? What are your fears when it comes to children? Even when you're walking and you are seeing children playing on the streets.
Yeah, like my problem is that I have to find the person first. So I don't have a person. So I have to find a person to have a child. So now this situation is making me not to...
Yeah, it has consumed
Yeah,
you.
to not think ukuthi sengifuna omunye umntwana manje. Because manje naye ngicabanga sengiyasaba. Ukuthi ngizothi ngithi ngiba nalo baphinde bamthathe naye futhi.
Because you don't know.
Yabani angisazi.
Yeah.
Even nami I live in fear now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know ukuthi if I'm a target nam too. Yabani. So that's why nje ezinye izinto vele.
Everything is on a standstill.
And everything changed in my life. I don't go out anymore. Sihlalele endlini. Emsebenzini yabuya, we go to church. She even shouted at me this one and say, you must go out and get fresh air. Like, when I go out, I went to a wedding one day. When we went there, it was 5 minutes was enough for me. The people were too much, so I was overwhelmed. So I have to go home. So I don't do what I love to do anymore. Yeah. So, and when you think of doing that, it's because I was doing with her everything. Yeah. When we go out, we'll be together. When he sees us like, oh, these twins, they were always calling us twins. So these twins, today they are here. So like now, say my partner is not there anymore.
Yeah.
So why am I going out for? Yeah.
Okay, this one I'm going to push it a bit and say, because you are saying that you believe that she's out there.
Yes.
If by any chance whatsoever she's watching you right now, what would you say to her?
I would say Amahle. Is Amahle. I'd say Amahle. Mom is missing you a lot. And I won't stop finding you. And I miss those hugs you were giving me. And I miss that unique laugh. She has a unique laugh. So every time when she laughs at home, everyone will laugh at the house and say, no, now you can hear that Amahle is laughing.
Yeah.
So I miss those things, those smaller things. So I would just say, can't wait nje ukuthi maybe kusasa bathi nang. I don't know ukuthi kungayenzakalani. Yeah, a joy just to see her because she'll be 15 on November 25. She'll be 15. I think sekakhulile manje. I know ukuthi angeke asabukeka njengesikhathi ana 8. But I miss her a lot. I miss her a lot. There's not day ngacabanga ngaye. But it's because kunomntwana lapha endlini bebayenza bonke into boyi-2 bakhule boyi-2. So like makaqala ayaka grade 8, I was like, Amahle ngabe seka grade 8. Wathi grade 9. Hawu Amahle naye ngabe seka grade 9. Ngabe naye sekagcoka uniform so sekayenza lokhu. But because she's not there, angazi ukuthi la khona bamphethe njani. So I really miss her a lot. Yeah.
Sure. I believe that because you're saying you believe in your heart ukuthi she's still out there, she'll be able to get to watch this and she'll be glad that you kept fighting for her.
Yeah.
You know, many stories, they die down after a couple of years, after you just give up. Stories die down, people move on. But the fact that you are still here after so many years and you are still saying, I want to fight for my child, you know, and having people who encourage you and they say, when you fight for your child, we will back you up. We will be with you along the way. The new change that comes with everything that has happened with your child going missing, people being able to support this new version of you, because I believe that this is not who you envisioned being in 2025, you know, but because of what you've been through and what is happening, you are this person that you are today, and being able to have people that will support you throughout. You know, I'm praying that this episode will also be one of those that, hey, we have touched many hearts in the past, and also challenge even the authorities to say, can you go back? Because like the way you're explaining it to me, I feel like the first 15 minutes of this episode, the minute you mentioned Mbali, it could have been a matter of, okay, now let's go get Mbali. We know where the child is. This thing is closed. It is done.
Yeah.
But for it to be dragging for so long without having an explanation of why we are still having to struggle when we have someone who actually knows, someone who is living her life right now. She has even forgotten that she made people go up and down looking for a child when she was unprovoked when she came and said, I know where the child is. So with her having that information and her being left like that with that information, for me, I feel like if it means that she has to be locked up, then she should be locked up, you know? Because if you know, if the phone which was called was your phone, then where's the number?
Yes.
Why is all of that not being done? You know? And for you as a mom, if maybe they said, we went and we questioned her and we found that maybe she's delusional or whatever, at least that was going to give you closure to say, they gave me an explanation of why we cannot persuade this person. But the fact that they just left her like that, it leaves a void inside of you. And that's not fair. What she did is not fair, and what the police are doing is also not fair. You know, I don't know if, for me on my side, I think I'm done with the questions. I don't know if there's anything else that you feel like you've left, that you have not shared, that you would like to emphasize on before we can wrap it up.
I want to emphasize on the GoFundMe page that we have, so that people can donate, so that we can find a private investigator to reopen the case.
Okay.
Because I really want the case to be reopened.
Yes.
Yeah. And they're gonna see nje kuma Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and everything is about Amahle. Yeah, so they're gonna follow the story there. Kuma media platforms wonke. Yeah, we're gonna show, we push the kakhulu. Yeah, this is
You know, Mama, I feel like it's a good thing that you're doing, you know, under the circumstances, like I said earlier on, that I feel like having to have a missing child is something that no parent should go through.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this is the reality that we're facing in South Africa. And I've had so many people who come and share about different communities. Even my blood, I'm cringing as I'm saying a community of people who have lost parents, who have lost children. Because we have a community of people who have endometriosis. We have a community of people who are single mothers. We have a community, but I never thought in my entire life would have to sit in a situation where we need to have a community of mothers who have got missing children. But unfortunately, because this is the reality of what is happening in our country and we cannot run away from it, then I would have to say to you, it's a good thing that you are starting this. It doesn't have to be that way. We don't have to have something like this, but under the circumstances, what can we do? This is what we have, you know. I don't know. Thank you so much, Tandwa. You really have said a mouthful, and in your language, it goes straight to the heart. You know, I really appreciate the love and support that you've been showing our sister. You're a blessing to her, Mama. You said that the people are going to get a hold of you, ne? They're going to use your number when they want to for any help whatsoever, or are they going to use the Facebook pages? So that means that if you want to help our sister in any way possible that we can get the child, you are more than welcome to reach out to her friend on Facebook. We're going to leave her details. We'll see exactly where you're going to be able to get a hold of her. And we're just going to keep it going. I have so much faith, and I'm praying that we're going to come back here. We're going to come back, and we're going to be having a child sitting right next to you, and we'll be sharing a story, and she will be telling us about everything that she went through, and we'll just be rejoicing. You know, that's my prayer. And I believe that so many of our community members, as we call them, abazalwane, when a story like this has been shared, the first instinct that kicks it says, pray for this person, pray with this person. So if this has been laid in your heart that you can help in any way possible, even if it's just with a prayer, please keep the family in your prayers so that God can renew his thanks, Mama, and also with your family and your friends, that you don't ever give up no matter what. Yeah. That you don't ever get to a point where you feel like it's too much for you to handle, that you want to end your life, that you just want to end it, you know. I pray that God renews your strength and he covers you, and umntanabuya are safe, so that you guys can continue to live again together as a family. With that being said, thank you so much, Bazalwane, for joining in. You know, I have no other backup. It is only you and God that I have, and I trust and I believe that you will do your utmost best, as you've always done in the past, where you've come through for our guest. Yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for joining in. I will see you guys on the flip side. I love you. God bless you. Mwah.